Guys, what's up? Welcome to another fantasy duel. Today we're all going to be doing the infamous Iron Man against one of the best Sith Lords of all time and the most tame, Count Dooku. Now wait till the end if you want to see the fully animated fight. Now let's get started. First, let's deal with Iron Man. Now, Iron Man is definitely one of the most powerful superheroes of all time. Exceptionally when he got those Infinity Stones from Thanos. He's just an awesome, cool guy as well. He's one of the smartest scientists on Earth, and his real name is Tony Stark, but everyone knows him as Iron Man, played by Robert Downey Jr. He is one of the most iconic superheroes, as even though he doesn't have the most movies, he has the most backstories, well, besides Spider-Man, of course, and he's one of the most loved superheroes. He does die at the end of Infinity War, but he does do his part in the war. Sorry, I meant Endgame. He dies at the end of Endgame. Silly me. He definitely will make the Count Dooku have a hard time, because he has all these weapons and technology, like his hand blasters, his reactor core, jump boots, and he has rockets on everywhere. And his suit is considered indestructible. So let's see how this infamous Count Dooku really does against Iron Man. Moving on, we have Count Dooku, who appears in episodes 2, 3, and the Clone Wars in between. Now, he is one of the main Separatist leaders, as well as Darth Sidious's apprentice after he ditches Darth Maul. He has learned to master Force Lightning, as he does in this scene from episode 2, if you haven't watched it. It's a cool movie. He uses the Force Lightning to completely destroy Anakin. And if that wasn't enough, he also makes Anakin pay, or I should say, he makes Anakin's hand pay, or most likely his whole arm. Now let's get into the fight. But first, let's spin the wheel to see where this battle will be. Looks like it's going to be in the Stark Industries building, which is aka Iron Man's tower. Okay, so now for the big fight. Now, you know the drill. We're going to run over some of their pros and cons here, and then we'll get into the fully animated fight. So Iron Man, some of his pros are he has a lot of weapons, so he can definitely overcome Count Dooku with all his technology and stuff. His armor is, in brackets, indestructible. Even though it has been destroyed, it is very hard to penetrate this armor. And plus, he's one of the smartest people on Earth, and he is a billionaire. So he can buy anything he wants, almost. Some of his cons are that if his suit breaks, he's practically helpless, and he can't use the Force. Now, these two things, they'll change a lot in this fight, because if his suit breaks, he's just a normal scientist. He's not some galactic evil fighting robot. But now, Count Dooku, on the other hand, some of his pros are that he has the Force, so he can use mind tricks. He's smarter than most Sith Lords, and he isn't as reckless as Kylo Ren or Darth Maul. He knows what to do. And he's experienced with the Force and knows both the light side and the dark side, because he actually used to be a Jedi Master on the High Council. But then he left the Order because he didn't like the rules, and then he was tempted by Darth Sidious. Some of his cons is that he's literally 80 years old, and he isn't as acrobatic as most. He can still use the Force to do some moves and power moves, but he is definitely not as acrobatic as Yoda, even though Yoda is almost 800 years old in this time. And he does not know Iron Man's technology, because this is probably his first time on Earth, and he doesn't know what Iron Man has in store for him. So, let's get into the fight already, right? It all starts here, in Tony Stark's tower. We have him with his Geonosian ship docking in the base secretly, without Iron Man knowing. Or does Iron Man know? He docks in the bay, and so that Iron Man does not see him. He's here for something. There he is. Iron Man looks out the window and sees that there's a strange ship that he hasn't even seen before. It must be from another galaxy. It docked on his bay. He goes out, and then, without any welcome mat or anything, or without even saying please, Count Dooku comes in. Who are you, and why are you literally just barging into my own privacy? Iron Man quickly puts on his suit, because this guy looks strange. Your worst nightmare. Now that he said this, I'm pretty sure Iron Man's worst nightmare is something way more scary than just an old man with a blade. But now that he said that, Iron Man knows that Count Dooku is not playing around. Iron Man becomes into a fighting stance, and he fires a bolt at Count Dooku. But before it can land there, Count Dooku blocks it off of his lightsaber. Iron Man seeing this knows that this is going to be a problem, that this space wizard means business. He very fastly switches to his flight mode and he zooms away into another room, looking for cover. Now Iron Man is no coward, but he has no idea what Count Dooku is gonna do to him, so he hides behind a couch, looking and trying to study Count Dooku's fighting style. As the Count comes in, Iron Man quickly shoots a bolt before Count Dooku can, move or anything, and he actually manages to hit the Count, causing a nasty gash to appear on his side. Ouch! Why are you here on my planet, you evil space wizard? I mean, you wouldn't like just someone from a complete galaxy just coming to your house and destroying it. Count Dooku then says, I'm looking for the ultimate scientist. Looks like you found me. Iron Man runs to a different room. Count Dooku follows him. Now, Iron Man has a humongous mansion. There's so many different hiding spots. But Count Dooku has the Force, so he can spot Iron Man from wherever he is. Why do you want me so much? You could have just said please. And remember, saying please is not the way of the Sith. I need to bring you back to my palace for an experiment, and I need you dead. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everything was fine until you said, I need you dead. Again, how would you like some random stranger barging into your house saying, I want you dead for an experiment? Now, Iron Man knows that he is one of the most skilled scientists, so he can probably understand why Count Dooku needs him. He's probably going to study his brain or something. Iron Man runs to another room again. Well, Count Dooku says, you cannot run forever. Count Dooku then leaps at Iron Man, slashing his little reactor cores in his hands, disabling his weapons. But he's very careful not to penetrate Iron Man's hand, because he wants to make this Iron Man, whoever he is, talk. He doesn't want him dead yet. Now, with his hand lasers all destroyed, Count Dooku thinks it's over. Ha ha ha, now all your weapons are gone. But Iron Man knows that he has one still remaining. Oh, really? Iron Man activates his reactor core in his heart, taking up a lot of his heart rate and lots of his energy, but he manages to slice the Count in half, taking him by complete surprise. And now this is a plasma bolt that even the Count Dooku cannot reflect very easily. Now all that's left of poor Count Dooku are his head and his feet, laying on the ground, sizzling with Iron Man's ultimate weapon. That's where we're gonna end it right now. For more fantasy duels, I really like animating them. They're just really cool, and I enjoy announcing them as well. This is my first try at it. But if you haven't seen any of my other fantasy duels, they're on the screen right now. That you can check them out. So have a good day wherever you live, wherever you are. Be safe from the coronavirus, and goodbye.